then print and pay them. You go there at the simulation center, and then you can also visit the big building outside Officina Meccanica.
Grazie.
Oh, is this the 812 or what? Is it? It is. I remember because it's the really nice looking one. Is this the horsepower?
830, yes.
What's a CV stand for?
Cavalli.
Cavalli?
Cavallo is a horse. Cavalli is horses, literally. They drop the power part, but they just say 830 horses.
Nice.
La vita di Ferrari che viene proiettato ed è un film bianco e nero prima di 40-50. Non si possono toccare le macchine, però tutto quello che trovate si nega un
It's one of the most beautiful cars.
I was about to say, this is a very classy one. I'd love to have.
This is effectively the second Ferrari made, because there was the 125 is the first, the 126 is the second.
How much do you think this one goes for? Millions?
The barchetta. The barchetta, it says here boat. It says the stunning barchetta, which is boat, but it isn't really. Barca is boat. Barchetta is a little boat. But anyway.
Why did you think they called it a boat?
Because it looks a bit like a little boat. You know,
Okay.
in a way. Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but some cars were actually built to drive both on the road and
this
in the
is not.
water. Okay. I noticed it's got that old-fashioned leather binding to keep the hood down.
Yeah.
I know BMW does the same thing back in the day.
It's a beautiful car.
Very beautiful.
I find it hard to believe that this colour scheme is original, but with the
You don't think it's original?
The green, I mean, it could be. It just looks. I don't know.
Anthony, can you get a picture of me by the rail?
Just looking at the.
Yeah, kind of like the whole. Thank you. Thanks, Anthony.
Oh, that's pretty too.
What is the red ones? Oh yeah.
I like all of these. I like modern stuff too, but this the 250 lightweight 250 GT, beautiful car. The Monza is a beautiful car as well, but
Is that one of the color schematics allowed by Ferrari?
well, that was in the 1950s.
Oh.
50s. 59. That one. There you go. See, this is way more original though, because you can just see the paint is slightly done.
Aged, yeah.
There's a bit of rust on. This is an original car, whereas that is a fully restored car. And I'm still not convinced those colours are right, but they say they are. But it looks too modern.
Too pristine, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has that used look.
Right. You can see some paint chips on it too.
Fairly big one there.
Where? Oh. Yeah. 50 GT.
There was a period in the 80s, 90s and 2000s where Americans especially over-restored stuff.
How can you over restore something like actually change the color
when
scheme?
It's something like this that has history,
Yeah.
you know, you want to keep it original as much as you can, as opposed to making
Kinda
it
like this,
perfect.
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Of course, the classic car market is as much bullshit as nearly every other business in the world. Because now they say, oh, you've got to keep it original, blah, blah, blah. And they spend fortunes getting it, quote, original. But you can't get it original, in my opinion. It's either original or it isn't. If you see, you know what I mean?
So what about this car here? Definitely.
Well, that's definitely restored. Because that's
Too
a race
pristine.
car. That's a real race car. And that's the way that came out of races looking like that. It would have, you know, it would be, if nothing else, the front end would be chipped up from stones. Because when these were racing in 1950s, you know, the roads had loose gravel all over them. And so as soon as they get behind another car, it gets stone chips on it.
Right. Right. Immediate battle scars.
Exactly.
Just a timeless masterpiece, to be honest. If someone drove in this today, it still looks beautiful. That's the crazy part.
Occasionally it will drive. Whoever owns it, I'm sure. I mean, look, this has been. It was at the 2010 Le Mans historic.
Oh.
That's what that sticker's for.
It's like a classic race then.
Yeah. So I mean, someone will drive it occasionally.
Do you watch Le Mans by any chance?
Watch isn't the word. I check the results.
Ah.
It's a hard race to watch. It goes on for
24
too long.
hours,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, such beautiful cars.
This I've never seen before.
This almost looks like one of the Jaguar classic cars.
Yeah.
Almost.
I don't know this car.
Huh.
It's a seriously curved rear window.
When you say curved, you mean like the Hofmeister kink? Or?
The actual rear window.
Oh, yeah.
With that huge curve in it. If you break that,
I've
getting a
never
custom
seen
one of those
that.
made would cost a fortune these days.
I bet. This here is called the Hofmeister kink, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Making sure I say it right. Too many German names. Huh.
Pininfarina.
But what about the badge, though? That's not...
Pininfarina.
The F?
That's their badge. Yeah, Pinin is his first name and Farina is his second name.
And who is he?
He's the design company.
Ah.
He was the designer. They are the design company, Pininfarina, that do a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
But not all of it. I mean,
Are these more headlights or
they would be probably air intakes, I would think.
air intakes?
But I don't know 100%. Like I say, this car is not one I've seen before.
What does CD stand for?
Corpo Diplomatico.
Corpo Diplomatico. What's that?
Diplomatic staff.
So like government?
Diplomatic could be ambassador, could be, yeah.
Got it. Got
Not
it.
exact. I mean, government, but not exactly government. You know what I mean?
I see.
Because the ambassadors, yeah, they do kind of make they're part of the government, but
I was looking for the gas port. Do you see it by any chance?
the gas cap.
The gas port where you fill the gas. Is it one of those where they have it underneath the back plate?
It's got a Belgian sticker on it. It's here. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I feel like this car here is just the one we looked at, or
Well, this is the one. This came after the 166, the Barchetta. So this is slightly newer than that.
okay.
Again, this to Vignale. This is another design shop. You've got Pininfarina is the most famous. Bertoni is the second. You've got Giorgetto Giraro, who's done a lot. Then you've got Vignale. You've got Superleggera.
Do they still do business with Ferrari or
Vignale is owned by Ford now.
Ford?
Yeah.
The USA Ford, Henry Ford.
Yeah. They
Wow.
bought Vignale. There was a company called Gear, which they bought many, 40 years ago. They bought Vignale more recently. But I don't know. I think Vignale only really do sort of trim packages for Fords now. I don't think they do much else.
Okay.
I don't want to sell them short. I mean, maybe they do other things as well, but being owned by Ford probably gives them money, but restricts their freedom a bit.
I see. Silly question, but there's just one lug nut on these tires?
Yeah.
So just someone can
Big
steal a tire
mallet.
very easily, just move the lug nut and just...
Theoretically, yeah. They're quite tight, those things.
Hmm.
Big, soft hammer you need for them.
Wow.
But that tire's been on there a long time. Jesus. Quite like the Italian eye.
Got the beautiful exhaust even back in the day. BMW uses that kind of exhaust. Very nice. Is this the SF90? No.
No, 296. Quite similar in style to the SF90.
Yeah.
but a lot
Fool
cheaper.
me. What's the name of those seatbelts?
Sabelt, the harnesses.
Oh, harnesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multi-point harness, 6-point harness, 5-point harness, depends what it is.
Do you guys have regulations with these, like on the road, kind of like the
Yeah.
US? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everything in Europe is regulated.
Ah, fair
Way
enough.
too
Fair
much
enough.
regulation.
Yep. Is this a butterfly door or is this just open up? Like
These
a
just
regular?
Open.
Okay. And these obviously is to cool the brake pads? Is that how this works?
That's the engine.
But
Engine
does the
cool.
air goes in
Yeah, I
to
think-
cool the brakes or the
I
engine?
think that's it's engine cooling.
Okay,
There's radiators
okay.
inside.
All right. Nice. Silly question, Anthony, but these Ferraris, they have only frunks, right?
Have what? Front.
Frunks?
It probably doesn't have much of that. But yeah,
Okay, because I was about to
there's
ask
nothing in the
you,
back here.
this here's the exhaust, right? Okay.
No, there's nothing
Because
in
there's obviously, this is not trunk, obviously, right?
No.
Okay.
This is just engine.
Okay. So remember how you were telling me, like, Lamborghini, you could request any, like, specs and they'd make it for you?
Yeah.
So these are, like, the specs
This
that
is the
Ferrari would
colours that
offer
they
you?
that they're offering.
Okay. Could I customize it still, or will they only offer a certain combination?
It'll be certain combinations. You can choose.
That's a bummer.
To a point.
Isn't this the exact same one we just saw in the
No, this is the next year,
next year?
which had some differences, not massive amount of difference.
I couldn't tell what difference is compared to the last.
This air exit is different. That one wasn't on the other.
Okay.
The rear wing is the intermediate wing is different. but I don't know specifically either.
Nice.
When you see the current ones, they get silly with aerodynamics.
Ooh. These are bucket seats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are these like different evolutions of it, or
Different model cars, I think. Or different options.
this one stands out for some reason?
Looks like a chair, as
Yeah.
opposed to these, which look like a racing.
Right.
Sorry? Is this on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Careful, somebody may get upset.
Okay. They said it's okay to record though.
Sorry.
Yep.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, I'll cut it out. Don't worry.
One time people would get so messed up that called the police and everything.
Really?
Because you were filming me. I don't care.
Oh, okay,
Just to
okay.
let you know.
All right. Thanks for the heads up.
In Italy, is like this, unfortunately. A
Oh,
lot of
okay.
Italian people don't like that you film.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the heads up. So what is this, like accessories for the car, or?
Well, this is where you get to choose your customizations that they will let you do. Although why anyone would do that, I don't know. This I do not like. But having said that, some of this stuff is so ridiculously expensive. I was looking at a video the other day on I can't remember which current Ferrari, and there's an option that you can get the badges hand painted on the side, the SF, and it costs something like 20,000 euros to get your hand painted badges. They're badges.
Right.
I'm not going to spend that together. I just don't care, you know.
At least they gave the option. But yeah, it's very expensive. I feel like this is the modern F1 car.
This is a relatively modern one, yeah. This is a couple of years ago, I'd say. But you start seeing where, you know, you get all this stuff and the various in, and yeah, this is where aerodynamics are getting extreme. Without a wind tunnel, you can't understand what they do. And I do not have a wind tunnel, so I cannot understand what they do. See, that to me is an ugly. I don't like that car at all.
This one here?
Don't like the look of it. I don't like the colour of it.
What's the name of this car?
This is the Roma, is it?
Roma?
Yeah.
Oh, the Roma.
Yeah. But
It's about 200 grand for this one. Yeah, the back doesn't look good. Looks very like
this
buggy.
colour is disgusting. That fake wood paneling is horrible. Inside's okay if you like that colour, but the colour is just nasty. I can't get beyond the colour.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. It's
Nah.
borderline like Asian, to be honest. It's like,
Well, I
mean-
goddamn Vietnamese. That is a cool looking car.
this one here. What's the name of it?
Well, that's a one-off. It's based on a 458, I believe. But they literally, this is from their. They offer certain customers the ability to basically build a car for them, and they'll do the whole design and test and so on.
Was this the one we were talking? No, this is not the
No.
F80, right?
No, no.
Okay.
So they basically made two of these, one to design and test, and one that they gave to the customer. How many millions that customer spent, I have absolutely no idea.
Do we know who the customer is?
No. you do not know who the customer is. But
What's this one here? I know we just walked by it, but
this is another of the same type thing. So it's a one-off that they were putting together for a customer. This used to be in the other museum. This is obviously just a mule, as it were. It's not a real car. But again, if you've got that kind of money, I suppose.
yeah. So what it all boils down to.
And then I think these are the Monzas or something. I got behind. I went to the Italian, the MotoGP race at Mugello on a motorcycle, and we came out of the track, and I got behind two of these in convoy.
Really? On the road?
Yeah, it was a sight to see.
Did they sound good?
I was on a Ducati.
Oh.
You don't hear much else.
Oh.